Mass production shipping. Nanochip's high-performance automotive-grade LDO brings new options for automotive power supply design. The NSR 31, 33, 35 series, the first automotive-grade LDO chip newly released by Nanochip in 2022, has been officially mass-produced and supplied to well-known international auto parts manufacturers in batches. LDO chip is a low-dropout linear regulator. With the development of vehicle electrification and intelligence, LDO is becoming more and more important in vehicle power supply design, especially in vehicle power supply, vehicle infotainment system, body control, automatic driving and other low-pressure applications. NSR 3X series products are specially designed for automotive battery power supply system. Its wide input voltage range, ultra-low static power consumption, multiple protection functions and multiple package forms bring new options for engineers to develop power modules for automotive applications. 0-1 wide input voltage range, different from consumer electronics such as computers and home appliances. The application scenarios of automobiles are changeable, and the power supply voltage is prone to large jumps under conditions such as cold start and load dump. The international standard ISO 7637 is an electromagnetic compatibility standard set by the Standardization Organization for Automotive 12V and 24V power supply systems. ISO 7637-2 is an inspection standard for the ability of power modules to respond to transient voltage changes in automotive applications. By designing a series of transient voltages experiments to simulate all the electrical faults a car might encounter in a real-world application scenario, such as load dumps. The design standards of many OEMs refer to the ISO 7637 standard, and some manufacturers have modified the standard to suit their own needs. ISO 7637 includes both electromagnetic immunity and emission specifications for electromagnetic compatibility testing. These standards are set so that OEMs can test power system designs for electrical faults before leaving the factory. The complexity of automotive application scenarios requires the LDO chip in the vehicle power module to have a wide input voltage range, so as to ensure the stability of the LDO post-stage output and prevent the LDO chip from being damaged due to power supply voltage fluctuations. Nanochip's NSR 3X series LDOs are specially designed for automotive battery power supply systems. They have a wide input voltage ranging from 3V to 40V, support transient voltages up to 45V, and can provide stable and reliable power input for LDO post-stage devices, thereby ensuring that the corresponding modules its functions can be correctly realized under various complex working conditions and prolong the service life of the corresponding modules. 0-2 ultra-low static power consumption. As one of the largest sources of carbon emissions, automobiles have been developing in the direction of energy saving and emission reduction. Whether it is new energy vehicles or traditional vehicles, they all emphasize energy saving. However, because new energy vehicles are powered by batteries, the current charging speed are when the facilities are not perfect, the requirements for power consumption control of each component are higher. Functions such as inductive wipers, automatic headlights, and inductive trunks work only after the start conditions such as rain or darkness are triggered. Before the functions are not activated, the power consumption should be kept as low as possible, which requires LDOs in the module, etc. The static power consumption of the chip is low enough. The current of NSR 3X is only 270 Na when it is turned off, and the typical quiescent current is 5 UA at light load, and the typical quiescent current is 6 UA when the external power supply reaches 0.2 mA. The power consumption index in low power mode is very good. Using NSR 3X to power the MCU and CAN-LIN transceiver in the standby system not only saves power, but also prolongs battery life, which is very suitable for application scenarios that require high standby power consumption. 0-3 multiple protection functions and high reliability. Vehicle components are often subjected to various extreme temperatures and weather tests, such as high and low temperatures and heavy rain and snow. Therefore, the operating temperature range of automotive-grade components is much wider than that of consumer-grade components. Consumer electronic components generally require normal operation at 0 degrees Celsius to 70 degrees Celsius, but the requirements for automotive-grade components are much higher. Devices that can work in the temperature range of -40 degrees Celsius to 85 degrees Celsius, and devices around parts with high heat such as engines, often need to support high-temperature applications of 125 degrees C. In addition, automotive applications emphasize safety and reliability, so LDOs are required to have self-protection functions to cope with unexpected situations in complex and harsh application scenarios. For example, the LDO output is shorted to ground due to a shorted connector or solder slippage, and there is a great risk that if there is no protection circuit, the surge of current will cause the LDO to burn out and cause other safety risks. NSR3X can work normally at ambient temperature from -40 degrees Celsius to 125 degrees Celsius, and integrates short-circuit protection and overtemperature protection functions to ensure that modules designed with NSR3X can work normally in various scenarios.